Your relationship with beauty and fashion blossomed at an early age. What are some of your first memories of fashion?
I think I come from a very fashionable background, if I can use that statement. My parents, both of them, I recently lost my dad, but both of my mom and dad they would dress the best all the time, and they made sure me and my sister, we had the best clothes. My mom, it was literally like a ritual. My mom is a teacher, and she would dress up every day, and my dad would help her plait the saris, and then he would buy her the best jewelry, and then she would go out shopping and wearing makeup, and for all of us just watching her get ready, and then my father getting ready a certain way, how he would iron his handkerchief, how he would like put his, like he did not like a single crease in his clothes, and how he would have clean silhouettes as a businessman, and they made sure they disciplined us in that way. So your outfit has to be neat and clean and ironed, and you have to put your best self out there every day. It was just like ingrained in us, both me and my sister. And then my sister, she just is blessed with great taste. So I think till I was 14 or 16 years old, even my underwear was decided by my sister. So she was amazing. So then I think I just was conditioned to dress well.
And what about beauty? How did you get into that?
Well, I come from an artistic background. All are performers in my family.
Wow.
They musical, especially from my dad's side. And my mom is obsessed with lipsticks, and she wore makeup every day. And then my sister would do my makeup every time I was on stage. So I started being on stage since I was 5 years old.
Wow.
I was performing, I was dancing, and I was singing, and I was doing all of it. So entertainment business is where I wanted to be, was something that I knew always. And my father was also a guitarist, and he had a band, and he was a performer as well. So I was always on stage, and I was always wearing makeup. So it was not...
It's not something that you just, started doing.
Yeah, no, it's something I always have known, yeah. I was the boy with the compact in my classroom.
And how was that like?
Oh, you get to be... Oh, I was in an all-boys school. So somehow I was still the poo in the classroom. I would walk, and then I would get whistles in an all-boys school, which I love. Yeah, I had the best time growing up.
Has finding your own expression through beauty, music and fashion impacted your life in any other ways? Like, do you feel liberated, or like does it?
When the check comes in, yes. Dating life is bad. No, I don't think I was already liberated to do these things. I don't think.
Yeah, because you said you've always done
Yeah, it's not like these things made me feel I don't have to put on a piece of outfit to feel a certain way about myself. I already feel a certain way about myself. That's why I can wear that outfit. So
that's beautiful.
Correct? Yeah. I know, like, some people have that narrative where putting on lipstick on makes them feel great, and yes, that is amazing. But for me, I feel amazing. That's why I put that lipstick on. So it's the other way for me. No, I don't think fashion, clothing or things make me feel a certain way. I have always felt a certain way, and I just use it to flaunt what I'm feeling.
How would you describe your personal style in 3 words?
Now, my personal style, well, it depends. If I'm home or if I'm at work.
Both?
If I'm at work, it has to be uncomfortable.
Okay.
It has to be crazy. It has to be something that nobody wants to do. Because I want to stand out. I love attention. And if it's not piercing my body, it's not fashion. But that's me. I don't believe fashion for me is about comfort. I want it to be crazy. I want to walk like a dining table. Or like carry it. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
Like
the obnoxiousness.
As
avant-garde it could be, as corseted it could be, and as uncomfortable and cold it makes you feel. I love if I can say, sometimes I love the stupidity of it. And because the craziness of it is what makes me excited about it. And then when I'm home, I want to be in pajamas and cycling pants, because then I want to divide both ends. But if it's fashion, it has to be obnoxious, but still in a chic way. And people you should stop the traffic sometimes. And I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Looking back, is there any advice or words of wisdom for a 14-year-old Jason?
Oh yeah. You're gonna get hotter. You're gonna do better. Can I tell a funny story?
Yeah, sure.
When I was 11 years old, and everybody would ask kids in the house, they would be like, "Bade hoke kya banna hai?" Right? And people would say pilot, doctor, things like that. And then I was asked, and I said, "I'm going to be a star." I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant. I have zero clue why I said what I said. But I knew like a star from a point of view, because in my head, back in the day when I was growing up, I was watching my father perform, and then I would see Michael Jackson, and I would see Britney, and I would see all of that. I just knew like someone like that, someone like them. I don't know what. And here I am. So I felt like I was keeping a giant secret when I was in school growing up, because every time maybe somebody bullied me or said something bad or said something vicious growing up, anybody, in my head I never responded, because I kept telling myself internally, and as a child I don't know how I was doing this, but I kept telling myself in my own mind that they don't know that you're going to be a star.
Wow.
I used to talk to myself.
It's like building your aspiration board, like right
Yeah,
there.
and it was like just constantly I spoke to myself and I said, they don't know. They don't know that you're a star. They don't know that you're going to shine one day. There were days because I'm skinny, that was the only thing people were picking on, and I used to go to my dad, and my father used to be like, "Are you crazy? You will grow up and be an actor, Jason. You have the best face in the family." My father used to like vaguely say this to me.
Wow.
Vaguely they would say these things to me. And
That's
nobody.
So encouraging.
They're so encouraging.
Such a nice atmosphere to grow up
But
in.
nobody in school ever said that. The way God has plans for you, no one can justify. And every time someone says something bad to you or something vicious or something maybe not for you, it just adds in this piggy bank of blessings. So let those things go down. That's why I don't mind when people say something awful, because I'm like, thank you, because that's just going in my blessing bank. Because one day the same shit is gonna come out as a blessing for me. So please keep hating, because it's working.
Something you said in an interview stayed with us. Hateful opinions don't matter in the face of love. Can you share any acts of kindness from your followers that left you moved or motivated you to spread more love?
I'd say everybody who lives in Bombay, in every rickshaw that I've been in, everywhere that I went, I'm not sure if you can do this everywhere, and I'm assuming you, of course you can't, but as a boy who wants to put on a dress and get into a rickshaw, and the way in the middle of the night every rickshaw wala dropped me home and kept me safe and was super kind, and sometimes they told me, "Mast lag rahe ho." That just was so good. And this was before even I started being a model and actor. This was just when I just wanted to walk on the streets in an outfit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the kind of love I have received from people, they don't know me on Instagram, they don't know what I do for a living, but just like club hopping and then just getting into a rickshaw with your friends, and just that kiki that you have with your whoever is the person who's, you know, who you're traveling with. When I say this, I also will address the point, especially to a lot of queer folks, that please be safe, please be out there. We never know who's a predator, we never know who wants to hurt you. So, but I am so grateful that I have met such amazing people in Mumbai and the streets of Bandra that who helped me. My landlords. Do you know how difficult it is to make a landlord understand that you're queer and then you want to wear these outfits and this is your profession and get out of your house on a daily basis, and your entire society, the current society that I'm living in. I remember one of my landlords' name is Elizabeth. She lives in Bandra in Chum village. And she lived back opposite my house. And every night when I had an outfit and I had to leave, she would just, all these Catholic aunties would be sitting down and they would just throw compliments. And it was it meant so much, you know, from really, really old women. And they would just be like, "Oh my God, you look great, Jason, you look beautiful, that waist, those shoes," all of those things, they were amazing, and those were like blessings from elders, right? So I really love that. Those were very kind moves. I don't think everybody gets to have that.
Creative expression can be a very personal thing. As somebody with a very creative job, like everything you do, how did you deal with, have you ever dealt with rejection from something, and how do you deal with that? Because you're so confident as yourself, and there are people who have different tastes, right? Always.
Well, in great words of Kris Jenner, if they say no, you're talking to the wrong person. That's my outlook to it. I have been very blessed in my career. have had people who have opened doors constantly for me. My faith, my parents, my upbringing, the support system that I've always had is crazy, and I'm so grateful people don't have that, and I know how fortunate and privileged I am in those spaces. I would take rejection as rejection is a very harsh word. Maybe I've not got the gig because I was not ready for it, or I just did not do well in an audition. But I don't take those things personally because I've always done better, and you get to grow. And I've just realized, which is a very true saying, if it did not happen for you, it's because God has a better plan. And it always has gotten better.
What would you say to somebody who doesn't feel seen by the industry, or who's still intimidated or alienated in the world of fashion, who feels that they're trying their luck, you know? Someone who's just starting.
Who wants to be a part of the industry? I don't think this is for everybody. I firmly believe in it. Because, first of all, as an actor, model, whatever I do, I always think that I do the bare minimum. Someone like you who would dress me up, there is so much work and thought gone into this, and somebody else would do my makeup, and there are cameras behind it and lighting that will make sure that I look good, you know. So this idea of everybody coming together and making you feel a certain way, and then and I pretty much do. I think my idea of being in this industry is because I enjoy attention, and I want this serotonin of feeling special to be on set, you know, and be treated nice. And as soon as they say pack up, it's immediately taken away from you, right? So it's such a temporary cycle, and then you want more, so you audition more, and you go for more, and you work more. That's my just psyche of it. But I think like so many people come together to make you feel a certain way. So the pressure is really high. But at the same time, because the little thing that you do with the pressure that is really high, I don't think that pressure is for everybody. I will say go try whatever you can do, but if it's making you insane, and if your job should not make you sad. Your job should make you
keep
happy.
other options open and try different things.
And also, if you're an artist, be ready to be broke. You know what I mean? So you have to work hard, but at the same time, it's such a hit and miss, because you could be someone who works really hard but never get a chance. So that's what I say. You never know who it works out for and how it works out for. That's why I always have a backup plan. Always have a 9 to 5 on the side. I always did. My first job was as a sales boy in a store called Krylan in the streets of Bandra, where I was cleaning shelves and I was selling makeup, and I was arranging makeup on these shelves, and that's where someone saw me and said, hey, do you want to do my makeup? And then I did makeup, and then I made fake cards, and I went to Fashion Week, and then I was distributing those cards and meet and greets in the gate of Fashion Week, where one celebrity by mistake got my card, and I became a celebrity makeup artist. From there, I met accidentally producers and directors who thought I was pretty and I'm enough for camera, and then they shoved this idea into my head that I should be in front of camera, and that changed everything. So you never know who you meet, how you meet, but I just came into the city not knowing that this is what I wanted to do. But be ready for every gig, do every audition, go for everything, I would say. You never know who is going to watch your work and how you're going to outshine. There was a time there was no one, we were just comics on national television. Now people have finally realized that queer people are extremely talented. So I was so scared to come into the entertainment business dressing up like this and being the way I authentically want to be myself, because this was not celebrated a couple of years ago. They took us as a joke, and now finally we have a voice. So times are changing, opportunities are opening, everybody gets to have their own moment. So I think you can really go for it. But be careful, be safe, be sane. It's not...
And have your options open.
Have your options open, have a plan B, get that certificate, get that graduation, get that degree, keep it on the side, maybe not use it, but highly, highly recommend to study, highly, highly recommend to have a plan B,
How does wearing Āroka make you feel?
Sexy! I love it. I felt really well. Did you all see the L look? Expensive. Everybody loved it. I love how the silhouettes are. They're timeless. I like that they're not boring. I like that they complement every body that could be out there, every shape. And I like that how universal they are. You could identify as whatever you want to be, and you can find yourself. I like that I can go through the entire collection and still find myself in every possible piece. And I know that everybody can have that same journey. So you should feel very proud, and congratulations, and thank you so much for doing this for us, because we need designers and people who can make stuff that is for everyone. Like, it's so, like, everybody's been saying this, inclusivity and diversity, and I won't use those words because I'm just tired of those words. But I think what you're doing is amazing, and I can see you just shine, and God bless you, and I'm so excited to see where you take this, and thank you so much for opening a door and dressing me up, because like you said, so many people wouldn't. So the fact that you take a chance on me, it means the world.